So you want success. Good for you. That is practically everybody out there. But what is it that's going to make you different from everybody else out there? What is it that's actually going to set you up for that success? Well, you might have already heard by now, either through me or through other people, about how important it is how you view yourself, your belief about yourself. And if you've ever watched my 2020 New Year's resolutions video, one key component that I got wrong was I thought that the habits came first and the identity came second. The reality is, a lot of people will tell you that it's actually your identity and then your habits, but I actually feel like it's a 3-step process. When people say you have to show up as her to be her, what is that? In effect, it is a law of attraction. It is you showing up every day, putting out the signals that I am that girl, and the universe says yes. That's all it is. You're vibrationally aligning yourself with the person you wish to be because you are that person. The universe doesn't know your past. The universe doesn't know your doubts, your fears, your insecurities unless you vocalize them. But if you're there showing up as that character, have you ever heard of method acting? Essentially, it's about saying, this is the person I am, reaffirming it. Reaffirming it not just through your words, but through your actions. And I mentioned this in a previous law of attraction video. It's not, you can say everything you want, I am this, I am that, but if you don't actually follow it up with action, your identity never truly changes. And one thing I've noticed in myself, especially for self-confidence and stuff, I could tell myself, I don't have social anxiety, I don't, all of that stuff. But if I never actually push myself out of my comfort zone, that belief never solidifies. And so I'm left in this sort of area where, how do I put it? There's a sort of, is it a cognitive dissonance? There's a gap between who I think I should be versus who I actually am. And you want to close that gap, but that gap gets closed with time, consistency, and discipline. Discipline will always trump motivation. Do not rely on motivation. Do not rely on your emotions to get you to your goals. It will not work that way. I'm not saying suppress them. I'm not saying that your emotions and your feelings and your intuition is not important, but discipline will get you where you want to go. You need to make a commitment that every day you will show up as her or as that person you wish to be. Like I said, it's about vibrationally showing up as that person. So say, for example, you have 5 different goals. This is a very me thing. I'll have multiple things going on at the same time. If you think of the lifestyle that version of you has, maybe it's pretty hardcore. Jumping from 0 to 100, pretty hard. I will be honest. It is very difficult to maintain that. But as I might have said in a previous video, not one that I've uploaded yet, that version of you might drive, I don't know much about cars, but they might drive like a Ferrari or some crazy beautiful sports car or some shit, right? Now, what I'm not saying is you got to go out and you got to buy and splurge and buy on that car. No. But what that person does is that they drive a clean car. They drive a car that's well maintained. How can you implement that in your life? That person, that version of you might gym hardcore for like 2.5 hours, 3-4 times a week, or whatever their thing is. You don't need to do that, but you need to show up. You need to show up, even if it's half an hour. Even if at first it's just getting to the gym. Apply progressive overload in your consistency, but you need to show up with the essence of what truly makes up that person, that version of you, that success that you are aspiring to. In summary, when people say show up as her, to be her, it is literally just the law of attraction. You are sending out signals to the universe, this is who I am now, here's my evidence. And the universe goes, yes, you're right, let me reinforce that. You cannot lie in bed, eating all the junk food in the world, daydreaming and affirming how you have like your dream aesthetic body. It doesn't work that way. But similarly, if you do all the habits, but you still believe that you are, stupid, like this was me for a long time. I stayed stuck for a long time because I would do the work, but I actually believed that I was stupid and that I couldn't retain information. If that belief is there, that's always going to limit me. Whereas if I believe that I can do anything I put my mind to and that I'm not stupid, I'm actually very smart, changes the whole game. This is very like wishy-washy, but I know that there have been studies, and oh God, I can't remember it, but there have been studies where you tell two different groups of children two different things about themselves. You say, this is your potential, and this is your potential. And their performance, as expected, met up to the potential that they were told that they had. So the goal is, you tell yourself, my potential is here. You might not believe it at first, but you need to force yourself to believe it. Because the opposite is just staying here. Do you really want to just believe that about yourself? I don't think so, because look where it's led you. Believe this about yourself, but then follow it up with the action that vibrationally matches this. If I say to myself, I am the type of person that goes to the gym 5 times a week because I enjoy fitness, I enjoy health, my action is going to be that I go to the gym 5 times a week because I enjoy fitness. It is the root for everything coming out of that. If I say physical health is a priority for me, because these are sort of tied in with things that are related to me, I'm not going to be making as many stupid choices. Whereas if I were to say, oh, I really struggle with my sugar addiction, which I did in my New Year's resolution video, I'm already setting myself up for failure, because the way I'm identifying is as a sugar addict. That sugar has this sort of control, this pull over me. What if I flip the script? Flip the script. Have fun with it. Play it out. Play it out. It's affirmations in action. And affirmations in action is how to get to where you want. It's that simple. You can't wish your way to success. Some people can, but if that's what they've done, it doesn't last because they haven't vibrationally aligned themselves with it to keep it. It's like how someone will win the lottery, but then the next week they have no money left. You have not built the habits, the character to maintain that sort of wealth. You want to be that person that has that body. You want to be that person that has that income. Act like it. How would that person be? Would they be spending their money here, there, and everywhere? Would they be in that job? Or would they be working on that side hustle? How do they think? You got to get into character. If no one has told you that, then I really hope that helps you to sort of grasp the concept. It really is that simple. It really is that simple. I'm not going to talk about like external circumstances and stuff like that, but this is in the case where you've been making excuses for yourself, or you just keep hitting a wall, or you don't understand why you can't change. There you go. There you go. Anyway, that's it. I hope you find some way to implement this in your life and that it works for you. I mean, it will work because that's just how it is, but yep, that's it. Take care, and let me know if you've actually applied this to anything in your life, and how it's gone for you, and just let's talk about the law of attraction. I think that some people still don't like to talk about it. I've actually noticed guys are less likely, like I've seen online, guys are less likely to talk about it, even though they're implementing it. It's quite funny. I think a lot of them feel like it's probably like spiritual juju, but it's real stuff. It doesn't matter whether you're male, female, anything, however you identify. If you are a human being, you're capable of utilizing the law of attraction, and that skill is accessible to all of us. It's not even a thing of like, oh, I do my affirmation. It's not even like that. It's literally just a way of life. You are always using the law of attraction. So you might as well admit it and use it to your advantage. Also, I have a lot of new subscribers, and I just want to say thank you so much, and I'm so excited to keep doing this with you, and yeah, I mean, I know what I've uploaded so far is quite sad. That's part of the journey. That is how it is. But I have, hopefully, I guess you could say slightly happier content coming up. But yeah, it was quite funny. I got this comment where a guy was like, why are you so sad all the time? Like, be happy or something like that. It's quite funny. It just made me laugh. But it's important to recognize that getting up, the process of getting up, especially when you're fighting yourself, it's hard. It is it's difficult. It requires a lot of effort. But once you're up, once you're up, you remember that you can do anything. You're reminded that, oh, okay, all right, okay, let's do this. The view's better from here. All right, let's go. So that's where we are. Doing all right. Yeah, that's it. All right. Thumbs up if you like the video, comment, whatever, and I'll talk to you very soon.